Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sports Betting Truth. And today we're going to talk about these challenges I see not just on Reddit, but everywhere, all over social media, betting websites, you name it. And it is, hey guys, I'm going to take $10 and turn it into $10,000. Follow me along. And you see a lot of this, but the question is, how many people actually are successful doing that? So this poster here on the Reddit Sportsbook, user oldcoley69 has a ladder challenge idea. I've seen a lot of guys recently trying to turn $10 into $10,000 by doubling your money with a plus 100 bet each day. I think it would be cool to get a daily thread going of picks and parlays that come out to plus 100 odds, give or take. That way you can start the challenge at any time and see a few ideas for your bet that day. Here's why I hate this concept, and it's not just doing it with plus 100 bets. This has been going on as long as the internet has existed and people could talk about sports betting. It's like, hey guys, I'm going to turn $20 into $20,000. Okay, so here's the deal. Say you try to do that, and say instead of doing a parlay, you just try to double your bet after every single win. It's pretty much the same thing. Whether you do a parlay or double your bet after every win, it's the same exact thing. So what are the odds of turning $10 into $10,000? Well, let's bring out the calculator. So 10 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so you're going to have to win a lot of bets, guys. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bets in order to turn $10 into $10,000. So you got to win 10 bets in a row, right? Assuming you're just doing a minus 110 or plus 100 bet. So in other words, the odds of that happening are 2 to the square root of 10, or 2 to the power of 10. About 1 in 1,024. So you have a 1 in 1,024 chance of that happening. So if user Old Coley got his idea and this became a regular thing, out of every 1,000 attempts, only one person would be successful. So you would just see a conga line of failure and failure and failure in these hypothetical threads. And that is why I really hate these stupid challenges, because it's a long shot and it's not going to happen. And the very lucky people who do pull it off and are able to succeed in doing this challenge, what do you think they're going to do? Yeah, they're going to turn tout. They're going to try to get a bunch of clout on social media. They're going to act like they're some kind of genius. And a bunch of idiots like lambs to the slaughter are going to follow this person because they got lucky once. And that's how Kelly in Vegas has become a sports betting personality. Now, I don't think it's fair what happened with her at ESPN, but the reason she became kind of famous when it came to sports betting is because she hit a long shot parlay similar and used that one long shot parlay in order to say I'm an expert at sports betting when you're really not. And that's why I hate this concept. I really do. It drives me nuts, and you see people do it all the time. Now, let's see if the top comments are calling this person out. Election Nerd 2913 says, y'all are so corny. Nobody in the sports betting Reddit is doing this professionally. Well, obviously, if you try to do that professionally, wow, you would not be successful. None of you are bookies. None of you know what they like. We're just a bunch of dudes trying to have a little fun while watching basketball. Okay. So basically what Election Nerd 2913 is, he's crapping on the people who are crapping on this idea. Here's the deal. A lot of people justify a problem gambling addiction with saying, oh, it's just for entertainment. It's just for fun. But is it really? Is it really fun? If you lost 1,000 times in a row trying to turn $10 into $10,000, which statistically would be likely, is that fun? 1,000 times 10. You would lose $10,000 trying to turn $10 into $10,000 before you succeeded. Is that fun? I don't think it is. Dollar Signs Go First says, I think you'd actually be surprised that quite a few people here are betting professionally. And that brings me back to the truth about professional sports bettors, is that just because you're a professional sports bettor does not mean you are profiting. There are a lot of people who claim to be professional bettors out there that are long-term losers, and it's not a profitable venture for them. So a lot of people assume that because you're a professional sports bettor that you're winning. That is not the case. Here's another user, Mike DeMarco, CEO. People in here are so sweaty and pressed about losing money, they forget sports betting is entertainment, no more, no less. And then Lang53 responds with, I completely agree. Once I started going with this mindset, I've been having a lot more fun. But here's the deal. Is losing fun? Is losing fun? Like I said, a lot of people mask a problem gambling addiction by saying, oh, it's just for entertainment, it's just for fun. But is it really? You need to be honest with yourself. Same with Skyline Picks. This thread is filled with bums. Oh, this is a terrible idea. The books will love you for this. They will. I would gladly book all this action. It is a terrible idea. And $10, it might seem like just $10, but if you keep trying to chase that dragon of turning your $10 into $10,000, which is the equivalent of hitting a 10-team parlay, 1 in 1,024 chance, I mean, that's not very good odds. Eventually that $10 is going to turn into $1,000, $5,000 lost. Is it worth it? Just Natural 9027 says they're fun until people start betting more and more money to try to chase, which always happens. This isn't the first time something like this has been a thing. It has been going around for years, and I've seen it end badly every time. I completely agree with that, Just Natural 9027. So many people are trying to justify this idea by saying, oh, it's just for fun, but how long do you have to lose for until it's no longer fun? Because like I said, the odds are 1 in 1,024 for this idea to work. How many losses in a row trying to hit that long shot until it's no longer fun? Skyline Fix says, that's just speculating. If you actually follow the rules, your max loss is $10. So, that's if you do it once. But what if you do it 10 times, 20 times, 30 times? It starts to add up. Additionally, if you're smart, you can take out your initial investment later on, so you won't lose anything at all. Here's the problem with that, Skyline Picks, is that in the long run, your percentage of hypothetical loss is going to be the same whether you pull out early or let it ride. The average percentage of money you lose per bet is negative, and therefore, in the long run, it's going to all even out, whether you pull out early or let it ride, like I said. Street Monkey 72 says, if you follow the rules, you lose $10 and then can never restart the ladder challenge. That's the only way your max loss is $10 from this. Exactly what I just said. If you keep starting the challenge over after losing, the odds are you will lose the $10 1,000 times in a row before you can hit 10 in a row. Yep. That's how it works and how bookies make money. You can call people who understand basic probability nerds, and you are certainly allowed to gamble for entertainment. But the it's just $10 mindset is a poor one if you're ever going to keep putting another $10 down every time you lose and start over. Of course, if you lose $10 a day doing this, it's really going to take 3 years to lose $10K, and that's not a huge deal, so you won't feel the death by 1,000 paper cuts you are taking. Bet with your head's not over it. I completely agree with Street Monkey 72 there. And then Gosh Tabosh says, it's the chase that kills you. I already have a friend who is minus 300 in the hole from the chase. And then finally, Electrocute says, sounds like there are a bunch of beginners here, so I'll give my thoughts as to why it's a bad idea. Others have mentioned the math. It's no different than a 10-team parlay. It's basically the same as going to a roulette wheel and hitting red 10 times in a row. Does it happen? Yes, but does it happen often? No way. Just because you claim you're betting to have fun doesn't mean you should be making bad bets. If it's to have fun, you're probably going to have more fun betting $10 on each game and breaking even after 10 games. Most of you, I can tell from all the should I hedge, should I cash out threads, will get cold feet before the 10th game. You would be betting $5K on a single game, and if you're used to betting $10, 99% of the people would just stop there. How about a 1,000 to 2,000 challenge by actually using correct bankroll management and bet sizing techniques? It's too boring and too many people are trying to get rich quick. Long-term profitable bettors are only winning at like 55%, and most here aren't better than those guys. It's probably easier doing a correlated parlay of something unlikely that'll happen, i.e. Mahomes under passing yards plus Mahomes under rushing yards plus Chad Henne scores a rushing TD plus Cincinnati wins. Small chance of it hitting, but probably better than 0.06%. Electrocute, that might have been the best post I've ever seen on the subreddit. Congratulations, you win the prize. Tips for Taco says posts like this are few and far between around gambling universe. Not many will listen, but it's refreshing to see. The truth is that successful long-term betting is genuinely boring, at least until you're on a vacation that you paid for with your winnings. And then BS Sparks 027 says, I've been sports betting for about a year or so. In that year, I've learned that the way to many people are here is to get rich quick. Doing these challenges are fun. I've got no problem risking $10 up to 5,000 for the last bet, but I'm also not about betting my last $10 or relying on these to pay my bills. So really oh wait, I want to see this post. Parlay My Odds says the real clowns are the kiddies on the sub who watch 21-year-old gambling influencers make parlays on TikTok. Anyone actually looking to win money knows that the guy you're responding to is very much on the target. So, anyway, that's about it for the comments. What I'm trying to say here is that too many people are in it to get rich quick. They're looking for shortcuts, and this is not a shortcut, guys. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But the thing is, the tried and true method of trying to grind out a very small edge, which is really the only way to make money long-term betting on sports, is boring and not fun. And it's not going to catch a lot of attention. And that's why the grifters out there who are posting things like, oh, I'm going to turn $10 into 10K, get all the attention, and people like me and the people that try to do it low and slow do not. Anyway, that wraps it up for this video. Don't do this. It's stupid. Just you're better off, like other people said, correlated parlay, some kind of other long shot. Not this. Anyway, guys, you've been watching Sports Betting Truth. Stay tuned to Sports Betting Truth for actual sports betting advice that is not based on grifting or get-rich-quick schemes like this. See ya.